anybody who wants to be the presidential candidate of the coalition must submit himself to a competitive primary. In other words, if Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, or anybody is interested in the presidential slot, they should submit themselves to competitive primaries, which now throw up the question, can Peter Obi defeat Atiku Abubakar in a political party primaries?
Yes, my people, as they hot, it don't happen. Of course, I need this coalition. Different questions that they follow to. They say, should Peter Obi be the vice president or not? Or should Atiku Abubakar be the vice presidential candidate? Then Obi will be the presidential candidate. Many people don't see the talk like the life of Kenneth Okonkwo. He don't talk. So for anybody who want to be the presidential candidate of this coalition, we don't want form. So say they must undergo the primary election. So inside this primary election, people don't talk. Say Peter Obi go fit defeat Atiku for this primary election if Peter Obi decide to join this coalition. Put it in the comment section. Share this video as you listen to more analysis by our brother Paul Wadiman. Watch, share, and drop your thoughts in the comment section.
Kenneth Okonkwo is advocating an open competition between Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, and every other person that is interested to be part of the coalition, so that somebody who will emerge will be somebody that could be able to face the tough challenge ahead. He said that anybody who will lead the coalition to push out Tinubu must do one term. So he started, if you look at the story that trended about Peter Obi accepting the offer, he said Atiku will do one term. That thing started from Kenneth Okonkwo after his meeting with Atiku Abubakar. He began to talk about one-term presidency, that the person must agree to do one term. Whoever it is must agree to do one term. Okay, so that gives me the impression that he is among those who has agreed with that agenda of Atiku Abubakar. Perhaps in that meeting, I cannot be too sure, but I'm just, as an analyst, I'm trying to imagine what happened. Perhaps in that meeting he had with Atiku Abubakar, because after he came out from that meeting, he was no longer saying that Atiku should not contest. He was no longer saying that Obi should not contest. Okay? He was not talking about the person whoever would head the coalition should do one term. And now the story we are getting is that Atiku has agreed to do one term. And I have said it here that Atiku Abubakar, if he sets his foot on the Aso Villa, will not do one term. And I gave his history, his ambition to be president, way back to the Abiola era. He cannot step into Aso Villa and you tell him to do one term. No. He will never do one term. He will do two terms. Let us know that as a fact. So building something on lies is not right. Atiku will not do one term. Anybody who believes that Atiku will do one term, that person must have believed that the earth is flat instead of spherical. That's the truth. Anybody who believes that Atiku Abubakar will step his foot on Aso Rock Villa and do one term, that person must believe that the earth is flat. Okay. Now, given what Kenneth Okonkwo has said, it therefore means that in any coalition there will be a primary election. There should be a primary election, actually. But can Peter Obi defeat Atiku Abubakar in a primary election? Knowing the way they do primary election in Nigeria, the truth is that in any primary election that Atiku participates, he's likely to carry the day, because Peter Obi is not likely to be able to do the kind of things Atiku Abubakar will do in such a coalition to lead it. Because to be frank, Peter Obi has grassroots support, but when it comes to delegate selection to choose who will be the candidate, I can tell you for free, Atiku Abubakar will be able to maneuver it. Look, you have to respect Atiku Abubakar when it comes to that kind of internal politics. And look at the caliber of people he has defeated, those who can match him naira for naira, and were able to spend as much as he could, as much as he was able to maneuver them. in 2011, ahead of the PDP primaries, the northern elite believed that it's supposed that Jonathan should not be the candidate. They formed what they call the consensus candidate that was coordinated by Adamu Chiroma. Adamu Chiroma coordinated that coalition to know who will be the candidate of the North that will challenge Goodluck Jonathan in the PDP primaries. That was ahead of 2011 election. Do you know those who he contested, Atiku contested against in the North for the consensus to emerge? He contested against General Ibrahim Babangida, General Ali Oguso, Governor Saraki. Are you getting it? Atiku beat them, and the Adamu Chiroma committee nominated him as the consensus candidate. Look at the caliber of people that Atiku beat. IBB, General Aguzo. General Aguzo had just come out from being the national security advisor to Obasanjo. So he was strong financially, he was highly connected and everything. Atiku beat General Aguzo. Atiku beat General Babangida, and he emerged as the Northern consensus candidate. You look at what Atiku, when he returned after he left for APC in 2015, that one was really, they were out for him, Tinubu and co, because they saw that he doesn't have what it takes to be able to propel the North, to mobilize the North to move against Jonathan. So they believe that the person who has militant supporters who are ready to cause problem if the election didn't go their way is Muhammadu Buhari. They mobilized, and that was how Atiku was beaten in the APC primary. Okay, even though there was also a report of the dollar rain in that primaries that produced Buhari, but the Naira rain didn't come from Buhari, it came from other sources. Okay, Atiku was outspent, outnumbered, and all that, and Atiku then returned to PDP in 2019. Look at how he was able to outmaneuver everybody, and he emerged as the candidate of the party in 2019, in which he picked Peter Obi as his running mate. Now look at what he did in 2023. Despite all the war chest of Nyesom Wike, the then governor of Rivers State, who was also interested in the ticket, he was also able to outmaneuver Nyesom Wike, which is part of the reason that PDP is where it is today. So if Peter Obi and Atiku present themselves for a primary in any coalition, and it's going to be by delegates, it is very easy for me to determine here that Atiku Abubakar will maneuver his way through the delegates to emerge the winner. That is what will happen. That's my assessment of what will happen in any coalition primaries.